Hello friends, welcome to our second session of yoga in this 10-week session. I'm excited. The last time we did a general overview of all our welcome in our community and our world, right? Today, friends, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. For our breath work, we will do one more day of breath ball. For our poses, our yoga forms, we will do the same forms mostly, but at the beginning, I'm gonna add in, I have about 5 things to add. It's not harder, it's just a little longer and adds just a couple of things. Okay, so we're growing our practice. Finally, we are going to read our first cultural awareness book, and I think a lot of you have read this in school because it's amazing. This book is called Fry Bread, and it is about Native Americans, mostly living in America. Or North America, I should say. And it's wonderful. The story is sweet, and then also there's some hidden information in the story that I'll point out along the way, okay? And then finally, we will do our volcano breath, and I'll ask you if you want to do a little artwork about something that's perhaps special in your family. Okay, let's get started, friends. So here's our breath ball, and I think we should do 6 breaths today. Okay, so you're finding a seat at home or in your classroom where you have room. Maybe no one's right in your space. You want to be able to just focus on you, okay? Have a little space between you and your friend or someone who you really like to chat with. Chatting is something I like to do, and so I have to remove myself. Otherwise, I'm thinking about my friends when I'm by them. Okay, so you're all set up, hopefully in your spot. Nice and tall. Remember that string pulling from the top of the ceiling to your top of your head to give you lots of room in your lungs to expand and contract. Okay, here we go. Inhale, exhale. 1. Inhale, exhale. 2. Inhale, exhale. 3. Inhale, exhale. 4. Inhale, exhale. 5. And finally, inhale, exhale. 6. Very good. Okay, friends, let's go ahead and start in our child's pose. Remember last time we started by learning child's pose as well. So you can sit on your knees, have your knees either together or apart, and then walking your hands to the mat and resting your head either on stacked hands or on your hands that are flat. So go ahead and bring your head down to your hands. Take a deep breath in here and big exhale. And one more. Inhale and exhale. Try noticing once more your lungs expanding and contracting and how that feels against your legs. One more big breath. Inhale and exhale. These deep breaths are something you can do anytime that you need to calm your mind and your body, okay? No one even has to know. You can just go for it. All right, friends, from here, come from child's pose up here into tabletop. And we're gonna do what's called cat and cow. Now, I'll turn sideways so you can see. For cow, you drop your belly and your back and you look up. Your hips and head are toward the sky. For cat, you arch your back like this, like a Halloween cat. Your rounded back. You can add your breath to it as well. We'll go back to cow, inhaling, And then go into cat, exhaling or breathing out. Inhale for cow and exhale for cat. Let's do one more, friends. Inhale for cow and exhale for cat. Good. Okay, friends. From here, we're gonna go into our downward dog. So what you're gonna do is tuck your toe and lift your hips to the sky. One way to see if your hands and feet end up in the right place is to go into a plank. So mine are a little bit too close together. So here's my hands and feet for plank. I'm gonna stay here and then go back into my downward dog, and that's just the right place for them to be. If this hurts your legs or back in any way, you can bend your knees a little bit. You can bend your knees and then it won't pull so much. Okay, friends, from here, step your feet toward your hands, and then I'm gonna walk back on my mat. You stay there. I just have to get in my camera. Raise your hands to the sky and bring your hands to your heart. Very good. So friends, those are the poses that we added, and now we'll do the ones that we did last time. All right, so here we're in mountain already, but we can engage our thighs, engage your belly muscles, and press your hands together. So you're already working your muscles just standing here. You can take a big breath in and out. There you go. Choose one leg to step back. Oh, I'm going to choose my right leg. You can choose either one you want. Raise your hands to the sky. Remember that your front leg is bent, your back leg is straight, and your heels and toes are all on the ground. Good. From here, airplane. Your arms come wide, come onto your front foot, look at something that's not moving, and tip forward just a bit. This is kind of tricky for me. Balancing is hard. So tip forward as far as you'd like. From there, put your foot back down onto the ground in warrior one. Good. Now, bring your hands to the mat, and we'll bring our front leg back, just like last time, back into your downward dog. Good. From here, friends, we'll shift forward into our high plank. Remember, you want to have your belly really working hard so your back is flat. You're not up and you're not down. You're just flat. Good. Okay. From here, you can drop your knees to the ground, lower down, and push up for cobra. Good. Okay. From here, you're going to push back once more into child's pose. So dropping your head, your elbows and your hands are on the mat. You can rest here just for a moment. Yoga is about moving your body, but it's also about learning how to rest. So let's take 2 big breaths here. Good, friends. Okay, so from here, we are going to go back into our downward dog because we already did our warm-up poses. Okay, so downward dog, and then we're going to step our feet forward once more. Inhale our arms up overhead and our hands back to heart center. Okay, we'll do the same things on the other side. Your legs are engaged, your belly's engaged, your arms are engaged. Good. From here, step back with the other foot. Step back with the other foot. Your front knee is bent, your back leg is straight, and your arms are high to the sky. Good. Okay. From here, bring your arms wide into airplane and shift forward onto your front foot just like last time. Okay, look at something that's not moving and bring your back foot off the carpet. Good job. Okay, back to warrior one, arms straight and strong. Very good. Okay, Your hands come down to the mat. Your foot steps back and you're here in your high plank. Lower your feet down to the ground and push up for cobra. Good. And back into child's pose. There you go. Couple big breaths here, friends. Once again, notice your belly pushing into your legs a little bit and exhaling. And once more. Okay, friends, now it's time to do our book, okay? So you can stay where you are or find a comfortable resting posture for yourself, okay? If you're in school, make sure it's okay with your teacher, but anywhere you are that you can see and hear the book. All right, I'm gonna scooch this forward so you can see. Fry bread. Friends, these pages have the names of all sorts of different Native American tribes in the United States. Who knew that there was this many different groups of Native Americans? I would like to learn more. Okay. Fry bread, a Native American family story. Fry bread is food. Flour, salt, water, cornmeal, baking powder, perhaps milk, maybe sugar, all mixed together in a big bowl. Friends, the author takes note that these kiddos are all Native American and the grandma, and they all look a little different. That's because a person can be Native American from their mom or dad, and they could be African American from their mom or dad. Or they could be Caucasian or European from their mom and dad. And they could be Native American from, the other parent. So everybody, you don't have to look one way to be Native American. You don't have to look one way. Fry bread is shape. Hands mold the dough flat like pancakes, round like a ball, or puffy like Nana's softest pillow. Friends, the ingredients here used in fry bread are the ingredients that Native Americans received after they were displaced off their land. So they weren't foods that they traditionally ate way back when they lived, how they had lived for thousands of years, but rather once they were living differently, they made the most of the ingredients that they received. Fry bread is sound. The skillet clangs on the stove. The fire blazes from below. Drop the dough in the skillet. The bubbles sizzle and pop. You ever put things in a greasy pan and you can hear it pop, pop, popping? The kids are excited for their treat. Fry bread is color. Golden brown, tan, or yellow, deep like coffee, sienna, or earth, light like snow and cream, warm like rays of sun. So it can look all different. I feel, friends, like she might be talking about the complexion of our skin too, or of the Native American skin. It can look all these different colors and still be Native American. Fry bread is flavor. See beans or soup, smell tacos, cheese, and vegetables. Delight in honey and jam. Rise to discover what brings us together. So it looks like that people can eat fry bread either as a meal, like a bread with taco or taco shell, or they can eat it as a dessert, kind of like a donut or a biscuit. Fry bread is time. On weekdays and holidays, supper or dinner, powwows and festivals, moments together with family and friends. Many cultures, we gather around our food, don't we? Sometimes there's a special food that brings us together. Fry bread is art. Sculpture, landscape, portrait, our daily craft, shared from teacher to student, a cycle of heritage and fortune. Friends, the author notes that Native Americans, and I think it's South Carolina, and there was one more state down there, but they had palmetto trees that they would get the leaves from there, and then also some kind of grasses. And they made these beautiful baskets. And these were corn husks. And they could make these dolls from their natural things in their environment. And then they do this bead work, as Native Americans had done bead work for many years. And then they started selling those to people and tourists who came along their road. They're really great at crafting. Fry bread is history. The long walk, the stolen land. Strangers in our own world with unknown food. We made new recipes from what we had. And friends, that's what I was saying, that they had to redo their whole way of life. A lot of us know something about that. And their faces look very sad here because it was a terrible time. And still there's lots of hardship, but they're doing the best with what they have. Fry bread is place. Alaska, Kansas, all the way to Maine, down to Delaware, on to Georgia, over to Oklahoma, Colorado, and California. Cities and lands we call home. I didn't realize, friends, that Native Americans live in all these different locations. Fry bread is nation. Now, I am not promising that I'm saying these exactly correctly, okay? Let's see, Abenaki, Apache, Arapaho, Ojibwe, Onondaga, Ogallala Sioux, Narragansett, Navajo, Nipmuc, Seminole, Shoshone, Sac and Fox, and hundreds of other tribes. They have the words here that we found at the intro to the book. Friends, it's important sometimes to say these different kinds of sounds because it gives us a little glimpse into another language and another culture. Fry bread is everything. Round, flat, large, small, north, south, east, west, brown, yellow, black, white. Familiar and foreign, old and new, we come together. I'm sure many of you know that the Native culture is very, very connected to our natural environment. Fry bread is us. We are still here, elder and young, friend and neighbor. We strengthen each other to learn, change, and survive. Fry bread is you. And here, friends, I have the fry bread recipe on the back of the book. Actually, last year, my daughter Ellie and I made fry bread, and it was pretty delicious. In fact, on this YouTube channel, there is a video of us making the fry bread. It turned out pretty tasty. Okay, friends, well, a couple things to finish up today. The first thing I'd like to ask you is there a special food in your family? Like fry bread is for Native American people. What is something that's special to your family? For me, I would say at Christmas, we almost always have Polish Christmas because my grandparents, we have a lot of Polish heritage, so we have Polish foods at Christmas. A different thing that's special in our family is my husband makes the best popcorn. So if we want to make a night feel special, we have Dad make his best popcorn, and we sit on the couch and eat it and talk about how good it is, and it makes our movie night feel extra special. So it's something that could be ordinary that feels special in your family. If you are in class or at home, if you'd like, you could take a moment or two to write or draw a picture about a food that connects you with your family, okay? Maybe you could hang it up or bring it home, and your parents or whoever takes care of you might like to see what you find special. I know I would get a kick out of that. Okay, so that's your activity, is to do a little drawing. And to finish up with me here on the video, let's do our volcano breath, okay? So sit crisscross or on your feet. Bring your hands to your heart. Think of somebody that could use your extra love or kindness today. Give you a minute to think. I have mine. Okay. Inhaling, bring that person into your mind and heart, and exhaling, blow your wish of love. Okay, friends, have a good day. I'll see you on the next time.